So Swadasayam is the kids need to know what is bitter taste, Karela. Okay? How many of your kids they eat Karela? पहले तो ये बताओ आप खुद खाते हो नहीं खाते हो? Okay? So they need to know that bitter taste, they need to know the pungent, they need to know what is hot, chili, what is sweet.
Sweet तो प्रभु जी पता है
दबा के खाते हैं
Sweet इस बॉटल में वो कोई तो निकालना है.
Okay, that is actually, and when I say Swadasayam, okay, the responsibility is on us to feed them prasad. Now, what is prasad? What does that mean? Okay, the kids, okay, in Bhagavad Gita, if you read the 13th chapter, okay, there are 5 different koshas, okay. The first is the Annamaya kosh. Okay, first one is the Annamaya kosh, and kids, they say that up to the age of 10, but I believe up to the age of 15, they are Annamaya. Meaning what? Their development, their consciousness is through food only. Annamaya. Okay? Of the 5 koshas, the first one is Anna kosh, that is Annamaya. If you feed them prasad, what happens is, when you are making the food, okay, when you offer it to Krishna, those vibes, they go into that food. Okay? It develops their body on a gross level. Okay? Whatever food they are digesting becomes muscle. And at a subtler level, it develops their mind, consciousness and intelligence. So much so, okay, when you eat the food outside food in a restaurant, can you eat that for 30 days? 7 days? Continuously? पूरा 2 टाइम? क्यों? बना बनाया मिल रहा है. Dishes करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So why can't we eat? मान आपके पास पैसे है. Okay? Still you will not eat. After, let's say, forcing yourself eating that food for 7 days, 8th day, घर की दाल और चावल खाओ. You'll be like, oh, that is so satisfying. That only dal and chawal will be so satisfying to your body, to your mind. Why? Because same thing. When a mother cooks, she is not cooking to make some money out of us. Simple reason. She is cooking out of love. Even when she is actually touching the food, okay? I was listening to lecture and Prabhuji was saying, जो आटा गूंथते हैं ना, okay? The energy that we have, that goes into that atta through the touch. And that energy is transferred into our kids. Okay? Now you think about it, the restaurant food that we are feeding to our kids, what type of energy it is going? Yes?
Like, I don't want to be here even though I'm being paid.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. I don't want to be here even though I've been paid. Okay? If a child can understand this, definitely we do understand. Okay, so that is Swadasayam, that is both for kids and parents. Feed prasad only to your kids, and kids, they need to learn and understand and explore all these different tastes that we have from India. Okay, Kali Mirch. Okay, kids now, they can't eat Kali Mirch. Okay, some kids might, okay, but most, they can't eat it. Okay, then Vani Sanyam. Vani Sanyam, Vani है speech. कैसे बोलना चाहिए? Okay, शब्द कैसे होने चाहिए? Sweet होने चाहिए. ये पूरे both husband and wife दोनों को पता है. जब हम ऐसे प्रोग्राम में बैठते हैं ना तो सब बोलते हैं शब्द कैसे हमें स्वीट होने चाहिए. घर पे क्या होता है? लड़ाई झगड़ा, इतना भी नहीं समझता, उतना भी नहीं समझता, राइट? स्वीट बोलने के लिए कुछ नहीं लगता, जेब से पैसे खर्च नहीं होते, बट हम बोल नहीं पाते. क्यों? Because of, especially for male, I'll tell you, because of our ego. Okay, male ego is very big. Okay, male ego is very big. And my wife also knows that, okay, by the way. And because of that, we can't speak sweet words. Otherwise, it doesn't take much to speak sweetly. Okay? Now, in Bhagavatam, अगर आप पहला canto ही पढ़ोगे ना, उसमें लिखा हुआ है, a wife should speak very nicely and sweetly. So I was telling my wife, see, read what it is said. And my wife also said, please continue reading. It also says what a husband should do. It is said that wife should, dress nicely, do some makeup before the husband comes home. Now what is happening is both husband and wife दोनों ही काम कर रहे हैं अभी. Okay, that is the Kali Yuga situation. Okay, that is Kali Yuga situation. Growing up, I always had nice prasad reading. No, it wasn't prasad at the time. We were not devotees, but at least garam रोटियां मिलती थी बाहर से आने के बाद. Okay, in Australia it doesn't work. If one person stays at home, then only it is possible. Otherwise, it's not possible. Okay, I'm not saying, by the way, only women should stay home. क्योंकि अभी इक्वालिटी का ज़माना आ गया है, तो आप बोलेंगे प्रभु जी, what is this? 50-50 होना चाहिए. Both husband, why should only women stay at home? No, I'm talking from Vedic perspective. Okay, that's how it works. Vani Sanyam means respect, friendship, affection, and love. कुछ दिनों पहले ना, because with my son Srihari, I always play with him, joke and this and that. Sometimes I ऐसे कुछ उसको टांग खींच रहा था, तो he said, Baba, you are so annoying. बोला हाँ, I'm annoying. अगर मैं अपने पापा को अगर ऐसा बोलता ना, तारे दिख जाते मुझे, बोला वहाँ पे दिन में तारे दिख जाते. Okay, so then I'm actually teaching him slowly, because the thing is, because he doesn't have that, unfortunately, it's his disadvantage is for joint family. He doesn't get the love of his grandparents. Okay, चाचा चाची, sharing क्या होता है, भाई बहन के साथ लड़ाई जब होती है, मारपीट होती है, भाई बहन में अगर लड़ाई झगड़ा हो रहा है ना, that is also one of the rasa. They need to experience that. Okay. रोज ही हो तो प्रभु जी भक्ति बढ़ाओ, भागवतम पढ़ो, और कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
रोज की रोज
देखो, भाई बहन है तो लड़ाई झगड़े तो होनी ही है. Okay? वो होनी है. मुझे आज भी याद है. And this is the beauty of our upbringing. I had two younger sisters. Okay, and then I used to go to temple with my youngest one. On Saturdays in Maharashtra, we go to Hanumanji's temple. So every Saturday, my mom used to send me to the temple, and and then her insistence was I have to carry her. So piggyback, वो करके लेके जाना है उसको. मैं एक दिन बोला मैं नहीं लेने वाला अभी तेरे को आना है तो आ. And then we were halfway through. मुझे पता था इसका काम नहीं चलेगा अभी मेरे में ना, क्योंकि वो बहुत छोटी थी वो. तो वो भी एकदम डटी थी. वो हाली क्या वहाँ से मूव नहीं हुए, वो वहीं पे बैठी रही हो. आओ मुझे पिक करो तभी मैं चलूँगी. यार ठीक है. सो और फिर बाद में लड़ाई झगड़े भी बहुत होते हैं. अभी वो दोनों, बिकॉज कल्चरली हमारे घर में क्या है, वी कैन नॉट टच फीमेल्स. बहन है ना, दोनों मिलके मुझे मारेंगे. आई कैन डू एनीथिंग विद इट. इवन दो आई एम द एल्डेस्ट, वो दोनों मिलके मुझे मारते थे. But I can't touch them. I can't do anything. मम्मी पापा के पास जाओ तो वो बोलते थे तू बड़ा है ना, तुझे समझना चाहिए.
इधर प्रभु जी जवाब आता है discrimination.
No, women, girls, they're always protected. Okay, that is our Sanskriti, that is our culture. Okay, that is Bharatiya culture.
He said it's not fair.
No, that is fair. That is Bharatiya culture. Women, girls, they are always and should be protected. Must be, not should be, must be protected. Okay, that is the culture. The thing is, living here, this is the cultural background. हमारी संस्कृति है ना, ये हमारे बच्चे मिस कर रहे हैं. They don't get that. That is why we have to make sure that we visit the holy dhams, go back to Bharat every year and show them. वहाँ पे भी उनको जो हम रसाबाद कर रहे थे, भयानक रस देखने को मिलेगा. Okay? इंडिया में जब जाते हो क्या दिखे, the first thing that my son actually when he grew up little bit, थोड़ा बहुत उसको समझ में आने लगा, 6-7 साल का जब हो गया था, पापा why is he begging on the street? पहले तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आया कि ये क्या पूछ रहा है. For me it was normal. फिर बाद में then it clicked, it took few seconds, oh yes, Then I told him, because he doesn't have money, he doesn't have this, that's why he needs to do that. उसको वो चीज़ की उस सिंपल सी चीज़ की समझ नहीं थी. Okay, so भारतीय संस्कृति है ना, it's a very strong. So we have to give that foundational. For example, celebrate the festivals. वहीं से आपको पता चलेगा कि हमारी संस्कृति क्या है. अगर आप देखोगे पूरी दुनिया में अंग्रेजों ने पूरी दुनिया को राज किया, राइट. साउथ अमेरिका में ओके मायन कल्चर था. साउथ अमेरिका में प्रिडोमिनेटली मायन कल्चर था. ओके, एज सुन एज ये चले गए वहाँ पे अंग्रेज और पोर्तुगीज, पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया. बट भारत पे सदियों से अटैक हो जा रहे हैं. ओके, 800 हजारों सालों से अटैक हो रहे हैं, अभी भी हो रहे हैं. अभी तो सबसे बेकार अटैक अभी हो रहे हैं, इंटरनली चल रहा है. बट ये हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति अभी भी टिकी हुई है. Why? Because it is the strongest. जो फाउंडेशनल प्रिंसिपल्स हैं हमारे संस्कृति भारत में, they are very strong. Okay? वो हिला नहीं सकते किसी को. But what is happening now is that it is getting diluted. With passage of every generation, it is getting diluted. Okay? So last year we celebrated not last year, 2 years before, because I'm from Maharashtra, we celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi. Okay, जो गणेश फेस्टिवल आता है तो 10 दिन पूजा होती है, right? So I made a point. So हमने गणेश जी को इनवाइट किया, okay, उनकी पूजा की. Why? Because उसको पता चले. अभी उसको क्या है ना, since he's born, उसका एक ही रेफरेंस पॉइंट है ISKCON. He doesn't have any other reference point. So he doesn't have anything else to compare with. कि how whatever I have given him is the best. उसको वो समझ नहीं है, because उसको compare करने के लिए कुछ नहीं है. That's why celebrate all the festivals, understand what and then we celebrate. हम बोलते हैं बैल पोड़ा, जब वो बुल की पूजा होती है. I don't know whether it's celebrated. I'm sure it is celebrated all over India. Then he's asking me, why do you worship the bull? Beta, because it is used in farming. That is where the grains and food is coming from. Okay, so give the cultural understanding. Okay, but हम क्या करते हैं usually? बच्चे ने कुछ सवाल पूछा था, चुप बैठ, जो बोला वो कर. मैंने बोला है ना कर. तो सवाल बहुत पूछने लग गया आजकल. बच्चे सवाल पूछते हैं 2 बार 3 बार 5 बार 10 बार. अगर उनको वही रिपीट आंसर मिल गया, मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो कर, they stop asking question. और हमको लगता है yes, अच्छा हो गया, अभी इसने क्वेश्चन पूछना बंद किया. That is actually the worst thing to happen. If your child is not asking question, that means उसका programming हो चुका है. If I ask question, I'm not going to get answer. Why bother? So it is our responsibility to find out answers. The traditions that we follow, the festivals that we celebrate, why we're doing it. दिवाली सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, क्या करते हैं उस दिन? What happens on Diwali?
Lights.
Firecrackers. Yes. हमारा generally knowledge वहीं तक सीमित रहता है, lights and firecrackers. But why? What is the meaning behind celebration of Diwali? Find out and give that knowledge to the kids. Okay. Kal Sanyam. Third one is Kal Sanyam. So I have got 10 more minutes, I think, Roji. So I'll just take 10 more minutes and then we'll stop. Okay. That means time. Respecting the time. Okay. Respecting time. Waking up when our child should wake up. For that, we have to wake up before our child. Right? ये नहीं कि सूरज ऊपर आ रहा है और हम तब उठ रहे हैं. Why we are सूर्यवंशीज? हम तभी उठेंगे जब हमारा सूरज हमारे सर पे आता है. Right? No. Give them the discipline. Respect the time. Okay? Playing as well. Whatever recreational activities that we do, they also need to be time bound and controlled. Same thing goes with studies. Okay? Sleeping time has to be controlled. Sharp 12 o'clock means 12 o'clock in the bed, yes?
That's not exactly from
No.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay? Have to be in the bed. Okay? So that is the time. Respect the time. Then Artha Sanyam. Artha means money. Respect. Respect to money. Value the money. Not that it's just $8. Okay, it is $8. So that change in consciousness. It takes a lot of effort to earn that money. Okay? Value the things, not wasting or throwing it. Okay? In old days, in Bharat mein, whatever money my father would earn, give it to mother, and then she will manage in that. She will manage it in that, somehow or other. Okay? What is happening now is that whatever money we are earning, it's never enough. Thoda hai, thode ki zarurat hai, right? So that is happening. Then, seva and susrusha. Now, this is the biggest one. Seva and susrusha, meaning service. How is our kids treating the elders in the family? Are they doing any seva? Okay? Are they looking after them? We need to engage them in service. Okay? Be it in temple, be it in programs like this. Okay? It doesn't have to be big. Small service is good enough. Okay? For example, get the kids to serve prasad. हमारा क्या होता है? ओहो, बच्चा है, भूखा होगा, सुबह से बैठे हैं, यहाँ पे आए, ब्रेकफास्ट किए, बहुत टाइम हो गया है, भूख लगी होगी. No, he will learn to tolerate the hunger as well. Kids need to learn that. मुंह से आया, निकाल के दे दिया, चिप्स का पैकेट खोल दिया, हाँ ले खा ले. No. They need to learn that. They need to have that sanyam. Only then our kids will grow up as good citizens first of all. Okay? When we follow this, they will grow up as a good citizens. Next, they will become good husbands, good wives, good brothers, good sisters, and if all of this works out, and if we are fortunate enough, they will become good devotees. Okay? Our ultimate goal is that to make our kids devotees. Okay? And when do we know our kid has become a devotee? I was discussing this with Nityanand Priya Prabhu, and then he made an amazing point. I said, because his son is now grown up, and I said to him, Prabhuji, आपका तो हो गया, your son is now already a devotee. He is doing probably he's in university. I don't know when maybe he's finishing up his university. And then he said, Prabhuji, in his typical voice he was speaking, and he said, you will know your kid is a devotee or not a devotee when he turns 30, 35, 40. I said, oh, okay. How? अगर वो आपसे बात करेगा ना तब, then you're lucky. Then समझ लेना, yes, now he is a devotee. Okay? So up to then, you have to look after. Give constant guidance. Okay? Usually kids think that मम्मी पापा को कुछ समझता नहीं है. They don't know anything. Okay? And parents think that मेरा बच्चा गलत कर रहा है. But क्या करो, मेरी सुनता ही नहीं है. Okay? So we have to get out of this. Start investing time in our relationship. Okay? Bhakti, you listen in many lectures. Bhakti is in everyone's heart. Okay? Good values is in everyone's heart. It's just that it is covered. It is covered. Okay? It's like that matchbox. जो matchbox में जो तीली होते हैं ना, the matchstick. Is the fire inside that matchstick or not? It is, yes? If you give me a matchstick now, can I just light it up like that? Unless, of course, I'm Rajnikant, I can. But why can't I light it up? I'm doing the same action of, striking it. I'm striking it. I strike it on this piece of paper. I strike it on my thigh. It doesn't light up. Why?
Because there's a certain material that needs to.
Yeah, it doesn't have a right surface. This is not a right surface to strike it on. Okay? So same thing with us as well. Bhakti is in everyone's heart. We need to provide the right facility and right surface for that fire to take place. For the fire to burn. And that facility, that service is temple or programs like this. Okay? Correct. We, few parents, it doesn't have to be a big program, big event, no. Just, few parents, 4 or 5 parents come together on a regular basis and conduct some activities for kids. Okay? And that activity doesn't mean that simply every time you come together you have to read Bhagavad Gita, no. Have games. With that, all the devotee kids, like-minded devotee kids, they will come together and they will stay together. Okay? And that's what we have been doing. That's what we have been doing. Okay? All the football team that we have, it's a Melbourne-wide competition, the kids play soccer. All these 14 kids, they are devotee kids. उन्हीं का एक team बनाया है. Football किसी को भी पता नहीं था. Last year was the first year they started playing football. They lost by 16-0. 16-0. बाद में 14-0. एक भी मैच नहीं जीता उन्होंने last year. Why? Because unfortunately एक बच्चों ने टीवी देखा नहीं है, तो उन्होंने फुटबॉल भी देखा नहीं. कई पेरेंट्स के घर में टीवी है ही नहीं. Okay? और my son, he's never watched football. And then all of a sudden, if I ask him, go and score the goal, how is that possible? Right? It's not going to happen. So then what we did, and then on top of it, one of the devotee parent, he was coaching. Jisko football ka kuch bhi pata nahi tha. Then what we did was, there was another person who is a very good coach as well. And unfortunately for us, he is a devotee as well. He agreed to coach them. Okay? And this year, they are not only not losing by 16-0, they started winning the games. Okay? They started winning the games and they are on the fifth on the ladder of I think 8 or 9 teams are there. Okay? So that is a drastic change. So what changed? It's the same kids that they're playing. Coach. Okay? The only thing that we did differently was we added a coach who knew how to play football. Okay? So you also need to find a coach who can guide you. And trust me, you will see a drastic change in your kids. Okay? Anshul Prabhu, Puneet Prabhu here, they're putting a lot of effort. You can take guidance from them. Okay? Come together and discuss seriously what can you do which will change your future of your kids. Okay? I sincerely thank you Puneet Prabhu and Anshul Prabhu for inviting me and Sumit Prabhu. And thank you so much for listening patiently. Kurnato ki awaaz nahi aayi, which is a plus, always a plus. So if you have any questions or comments or corrections, Uncle Ji, please. We have, I think, 5 minutes Prabhuji. And after this, kids, I believe they are presenting something.
Yeah, any questions? I'll give you the mic.
I have a question.
If it's a simple question, I'll answer.
Prabhuji, you'll be able to answer definitely. It was wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Many thanks. Prabhuji, the question I have is for the parents whose children are grown up and of course they miss the boat. What should those parents do?
What should they? So they are grown up doesn't mean that they miss the boat, Mataji. To be honest, okay. I'll tell you my personal example. Okay, I'm putting myself on the line now. My relationship with my father was always like on a need basis. मुझे कुछ चाहिए तो मैं जाऊँगा उनके पास. Otherwise, I'll never go to him. Okay, always went to my mother. And that way we never had that bonding and whatever. The reason for that is our circumstances were very difficult circumstances. Well, I lived in a home that was made out of tin. जो टिन और लकड़ी के घर नहीं होते. So I used to live in that house. 10 लोग थे. And my dad was the only one who was working. So it is unrealistic for me to expect to spend any time with me as well. और उनकी गलती भी नहीं थी. He had 10 mouths to feed. One person earning literally nothing. So with that background, I unfortunately वो relationship कभी develop नहीं हुआ. And then I always struggled up to the point of my engineering. Always struggled. But then after that, then I started realizing what he has done for me. Fathers are in a very difficult situation, okay? Fathers are in a very difficult situation. Mother, she comes out in front. because वो सब कर रही है ना बच्चे के लिए, कुक कर रही है एवरीथिंग, बिकॉज बच्चा अन्नमय होता है, उसको फूड दो, प्यार दो, हो गया बस, उसको वही चाहिए, परफेक्ट है. लेकिन जो फादर का जो एफर्ट होता है बैकग्राउंड में, इट गोज मोस्टली अननोटिस्ड अंटिल द चाइल्ड बिकम्स अ फादर. Okay, but then I understood what he has done for me. And then slowly, then after that I started talking, then he also started talking with me. Not that we were not talking, but talking frequently more. And that's how then, that was the time I started to build that relationship. Okay. Till now, in front of my father, I cannot speak. If he says something, it goes. So that is the relation. ये अपनी भारतीय संस्कृति है ना, it's very hierarchical. जब हम घर में थे, if मम्मी पापा अगर घर में नहीं है, if I am in the house, I was the king. I used to मैं सारे मेरे दो जो छोटी बहन थी उनको सब काम करवाता था मैं. लेकिन अगर मम्मी घर में है, so मम्मी का सुनना है. अगर पापा घर में है, पापा का सुनना है. Okay? अगर दादा दादी घर में है, तो उनका. So दादा दादी के सामने पापा नहीं बोलते थे, पापा के सामने मैं नहीं बोलता था. But then kids will realize it. So it's not late. Okay? You can still start investing in them now. And it will fructify later.
Thank you, Babuji. Anybody else has any questions?
It's not really a question. I don't even mind. It's not really a question, but you know how you said if you need to give them a kid, you have anything with a birthday present, give them nothing if they don't have it.
Good point. Anyone else? No? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. By the way, this is Purushottam. Sorry, bro. 2 more minutes. This is a Purushottam month. Okay. The most auspicious month. It comes once in 3 years. Okay. So any spiritual activity that you do in this month is magnified million times. All of you probably heard about Damodar month, Kartik. Yes. Kartik month, whatever activity you do, you get 1,000 times more benefit. In Purushottam month, whatever spiritual activity that you do, you will get 1,000 times more benefit than what you would have gone in Kartik. So it's like 1,000 times 1,000. How many zeros? 6 zeros. How many? If you put 6 zeros in front of one, how much is that? Million. Right? So whatever spiritual activity you do in this Purushottam month, you get million times more benefit. So we have Bhagavad Gita. There is a box of Bhagavad Gita, and also we have Bhagavatam set as well. Okay, but unfortunately I could only bring 2 Bhagavatam sets. Okay, so if anyone does not have Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, please you can take it from Prabhuji. Okay, so whatever I have spoken today, it is all coming from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. You can learn and discuss that with your kids. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karunatha Prabhuji. That was such a beautiful talk. We learned a lot. I just hope we can practice at least some of it from now on. Next we have children from our Bhagavad Gita classes, children classes, who will showcase some of the things they have learned in the classes. They'll be reciting some shlokas, some pranam mantras and Narsimha Aarti, which is a glorification of Lord Narsimha. Children have learned Chatur Shloki Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita in 4 verses in chapter 10. So first, Pragya and Dhwanil will recite verse 10.8. Yes. Pranam Mantras. Okay. First, Riyansh will recite Pranam
Can we
Mantras.
stand? All of the children can we stand? Riyansh will recite, start and then everybody will follow him. Go, everybody go in the front. Go.
Thanks a lot. You want help? I can do it.
No, I mean to say sit in front of them. It will be easy.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य